Hey guys, my name's Roy Hood on Facebook or iExtreme on 7sins, and today in this video I'm going to be doing part 1 of the RGH 1.2 tutorial. In this tutorial we are basically going to be reading and writing the NAND, writing the ECC. If you know how to do this, then just skip to the next part 2. And yeah, so basically everything that you're going to need for this will be written in the description, so just have a look in the description what you're going to need. So yeah, we'll start off by going to these NAND points here. If you don't know where these are, if you look at this chip here, there is the NAND chip, they're just over by here. But if you've done an RGH install on an Xbox or a JTAG install, then you'll know where these are. So they're just here, so we're just going to apply a bit of flux onto them. I'll put a bit more on. That should be fine. So what we're going to be starting off by is, just let me grab my solder. What we're going to be doing now is tinning the points ready to install. Oh, sorry about that. Ready to install the NAND cables. So yeah. So you just want to melt the flux a little bit just to get it over all the points, just like that. I'm going to start on this point here. As you can see, just try and get that's a bit neater there. We'll do this one now for the brown wire. I'm not going to put the wires on just yet though. There we go. Probably go on that one a bit. There we go. And for the red wire, just here. There we go, that's all done, that's all sorted. Now you do usually need to do the third one along there, just where my tip is. But instead of that point, we're going to use the AV port to ground the wires. So just as you'd ground a cool runner on one of the AV ports, you just need to solder the yellow NAND wire onto one of the AV ports. So now we've done that bit, what we're going to go over and do is past this chip. There are some more points here. Now I believe it is not the first two ones, but these two here. I'll show you which ones they are in a minute. Let me just tin the points, so I'll just get some flux out. So just here. It's better to use more flux, guys, so you know you're definitely not going to burn the points. That should do. So yeah, I'll just get my solder again, and we'll do the same again, but on these points this time, if you can see. So it's not the, we'll do the same again, just melt it all. So it's the third one along, so just watch where I'm doing it. So as you can see there, I'll try and get that a bit, there we go, that's nice and neat. And there we go as well. So they are done, and I'll also show you the AV port as well. So if you can see this point on the AV port, you can do it to any of them. So we're just going to basically just put some solder on there, just like that. And we can now use that for the yellow wire on the NAND wires. So we'll do the yellow wire first. So what you can do, you can just put your solder down now, you don't need your solder. So we'll get the yellow wire from the NAND wires and solder it like that onto the AV port, and that is done. Now we're back on these ones here, these ones. So I believe the green one goes to the top. Now if I am wrong, I will put some on the screen just to tell you, but I am pretty sure it is the green one on this top one there. So I'll go ahead and put that on now. There we go. And then the one underneath that is the blue wire. So it's got a bit of dust on it, so I'll just clean that off. And we're going to get that wire on there, just like that. As you can see, it's nice and neat. And yeah, so we'll go back over to the first points we did over here. Sorry if the reflection from the light on my phone is shining, reflecting off the motherboard. But we're going to do the red wire first. So get the red wire, and I'm just going to make that a bit neater there. So the red wire goes in this one here, as you can see, just like that. Now the next one is the orange wire. Just make that a bit neater like that. And that one is this one, as you can see. And the next one will be the black wire, which is the one next to the red wire. So I'll just clean this one off again. So it is just here. There you go, as you can see, that's on nice and neatly. So the next one is, well, the final one is the brown wire, which goes next to the orange wire, just there in the top right corner. Oh. And there you go, as you can see, we've got the NAND wires on. I'll just lift my phone up and show you. Now, you don't need to take the heat sinks off, but I have. So as you can see, there's the black wire, red, orange, brown, and then the blue and green, and then the yellow one is on there. Now that you've installed your NAND wires, what you're going to need to do is have your console set up like I've got it. So you're going to need your JR programmer plugged into your computer, and then this NAND wire that you've soldered to the motherboard plugged into your JR programmer, and you're also going to want the power lead plugged into your Xbox on standby mode with the orange LED on the power brick itself. So what you're going to need to do now is go into jrunner, as you can see, and you're going to click that question mark just here. As you can see, it's brought my NAND information up. It does say it's a Falcon, and here where it says how many reads would you like to do, you're going to put that on 3, or if you've been making RGHs a while, do 2. So once you've selected 2 or 3, you're going to click read NAND. Now down here it'll say flash config 0 summit, and then it will ask if you've got any NANDs. It'll ask if you want to delete them, and just click OK. It will now start reading your NAND. As you can see, it's doing it there, just here. And I will be back once it's done both of the NAND dumps. The NAND has now nearly finished reading. As you can see, this is the second NAND dump. We'll just wait for this to finish. As you can see, it says comparing down there, and then it says NANDs are the same. There was no bad blocks in any of the NANDs. So if you've got the same results, it doesn't matter if you've got about 2 or 3 bad blocks, as jrunner will remap the bad blocks for you. So if you've got the comparing NANDs are the same down there, what you're going to want to do first, before you do anything, is back up your original NAND. So we'll go to this button here, show working folder, and it should have nandump 1 and nandump 2. You're just going to copy nandump 1 and go onto your desktop and just paste it onto your desktop. Just click yes. Now I have now got a backup of that NAND on my computer, so if anything goes wrong we can always fix it. So if your JTAG gets bricked, you can unbrick your JTAG without having to build a donor NAND. So the next step, what you're going to need to do is at the top here, make sure your dashboard is selected there. So mine already is. You're going to select glitch 2 and CR4. You don't have to select CR4, but I always recommend it. And once you've selected glitch 2 and CR4 and your dashboard is selected and your motherboard is on the right motherboard, you're going to click create ECC and then select your motherboard there, OK, and then it should say ECC created, and then up here you're going to click write ECC. Now as you can see, it is writing the ECC. It should only take about 10 seconds. As you can see, it's nearly done. There you go, done. 0 minutes 18 seconds. So this is it for this bit of the tutorial, guys. Now in part 2 we will be installing the cool runner. So if you're looking to watch part 2, just check out in the description, the link will be in the description. So thanks for watching, guys. My name's Roy, or iExtreme from 7sins, and I'll see you next time.